Hey, how are you all today? Hi, I'm Nidhi, proud mother of a young man, creator of my own life, a lifelong seeker, an omnivore, a textile professional turned communication skills trainer, an emotional clarity coach, and an author too. And today I am here with you with another live session. So thank you so much if you've joined the live or if you are actually watching the recording, whichever way you're still connected with me. So thank you so much for that. I want to share with you an incident that happened. So this is during one of my trainings with the corporate. The topic of that training was how to influence your customers. And we were getting into an activity. So, as always, it was a group activity, and I usually create very random groups. So, I keep shuffling groups, not placing people according to what I think, but so that they can work with each other. And that's what I did that day. Now, I noticed when the groups were made, there were three groups that were made, and amongst the two groups, उन दोनों में से कुछ लोग ऐसे थे जो बहुत ही परेशान थे because one person had gone to the third group and they were really disappointed. I asked them, why are you disappointed about it? It's okay. So there was one common answer that came up that this person they really wanted in their group because he's a mind blowing influencer and he had massively crazy, mind blowing persuasion skills. So that was, you know, why I'm actually sharing this with you. I'll come to the point here. They wanted that person because they said he's a good negotiator, he's a good influencer, his persuasion skills are really great. And for that activity, it could really help them. Now, this person had created an aura around himself, an energy around himself, which was unique to him. And even when he was not around, people knew what he's capable of. This person had created his own brand through his skills and his strengths. And that is what we are going to talk about today. Brand you. What is your brand? So, any one of you who is listening to me right now, I would love to know what is your brand? Do you know what is your brand? So, you can write in the chat box who are you? What is your brand? How do you think your brand describes you? Like this person, it describes the brand was about a negotiator or persuasion skills were really, really strong and they wanted him there. So, I want to know what is your brand? Hi, good morning, Aranish. Thank you so much for joining in. So do keep writing in. It'll be great to interact and engage with you so that we can answer any questions or any doubts that you have, or possibly I can contribute better through this session. Okay, so what is a brand? है क्या? What is a brand you? We all know about brands of products, items that we use in our daily life. हमें उनका brands पता है. We know the brands of the companies that we work with. But who are you? Ever thought about it? Or are you just getting up and going for work every day or doing whatever you wish to do in those 24 hours without thinking why you are doing it? Because if you're not thinking about yourself, you're wasting a lot of time just running, just going with the flow and not realizing what is your uniqueness. Because your brand is what people say about you when you're not around them. उन लोगों को पता है कि अगर हम इस इंसान के बारे में जो बात कर रहे हैं, he or she is really, really good at this particular quality, right? So, what is that quality of yours? What is that energy, that aura of yours that stays with other people even when you're not around them? That is your brand. So, are you a moving brand? Are you somebody who is carrying something unique with yourself? What do you think about yourself? Do share. I would love to know from you what is your brand. And in very simple words today, I'm going to help you understand how you can create your brand. Okay, I am going to share in very, very simple words. बहुत ही simply, if you've started, well and good, please continue. If you've not thought about it, if you've not started, please start today because it's really important in today's world to have something unique about yourself. Because to be successful, to be known, I'm not talking about famous, I'm just saying to be known, you need to have that uniqueness. What is it that you stand for? What is it that you have to offer when you go for work? What are you getting to the table? When you go for an interview, what do you think those employers should hire you for? What are you getting to them? You can't just say, I'm a very hardworking person. And every second person might be hardworking, but what is that uniqueness about you, right? What is that one thing about you? I would love to know. The name of a product that is made by a particular company. That sure is a brand, Arunesh, but I want to know yours, your brand. What is your brand? I want to know that. What is Arunesh known for? What does Arunesh get to the table? What is Arunesh's uniqueness? So, guys, do write in the chat box if you know, and if you do not know, don't worry. It's perfectly fine. And I'm here to help you. If you miss out something, you can always go back and watch the recording and you can understand how exactly you can build this brand because I'm going to talk to you about how you can build your brand. Ready for it? Are you sure? So give me a thumbs up or just write in the chat box because I can't see you. Sadly, I would love that one day we have a technology where anybody who joins the lives, we can see them. You know, it should be like that on LinkedIn. I'm sure one day it will be the way technology is moving. Okay, so what is your brand? See, each one of us is who we are, right? Yeah, some of us try to be who we are not. But one part of us is who we actually are. The other part of us is what people think who we are. The third part is what you want people to think who you are. Okay. And the fourth is what you don't want people to think you are. I'm repeating. There are four aspects of a brand. Okay. And a culmination of, that common area between these four tangents is where you will find your brand. So the first is who you actually are, what people think you are, what you want people to think you are, and what you do not want people to know about it or think about that you are like this. हम सबके कुछ gray areas होते हैं and we do not want people to know about them. So we all have that, right? So in between, the common area in all these four tangents is going to be your brand. So you have to think about it very carefully. And what should you think about? Let me quickly share about that. Hey Rishi, hi, thank you. Problem solver. Super, super. So I'm sure your team knows you as a problem solver. And whenever there might be team or home in your personal life and professional, they know that they can count on Rishi for solving problems and coming up with some good solutions. That's awesome. Okay, so, if you are working towards building your brand, the first thing you should always know is your why. And that's why the first thing you should know is what is your purpose? Why is it you are doing what you're doing? Simon Sinek has a very good book, and if you're on LinkedIn, you definitely, and if you're connected with Simon Sinek, if you're into leadership, you would know your why. He talks about it, and I also believe if you do not have that purpose, you moving forward is going to be, you'll be going in every which direction. You wouldn't know exactly which direction you need to go. So सबसे पहले आपको अपना why जानना बहुत जरूरी है. So that why is actually something that, the reason why you're getting up in the morning and going for work, the reason why you're getting up in the morning and going to college or doing whatever you're doing during the day. Even if you're not somebody who goes for work, even if you're a stay at home person, for you, what is that why? I'm not talking about the routine. I am not talking about your duties. I am talking about the why that comes from within you. What is it that you really want to achieve? And it is something that is beyond money, guys. Okay. So what I'm talking to you is something that is beyond money. Many people say, my why is to earn good money and be happy in life. How abstract can that be? Right? How much money? How can money buy happiness for you? This is, of course, something we learn very late. So, jitna jaldi aap apna why samajh lo, that gives you a reason to get up in the morning and not crib about what you're doing. And I'm telling you, it really, really is powerful to know your why and your purpose in life. I have lived, for years, I've lived where I would get up in the morning, oh God, going back to work again. Why? Why am I even doing that? So my why used to be that. Why am I even doing this? And over the last couple of years, I seriously, seriously, not I'm not boasting, but I seriously do not remember a day when I've woken up and I've said, why am I doing this? Because even if I'm unwell, I do get up in the morning with a positive, uh, kind of approach that okay, आज कुछ नया करेंगे, आज देखते हैं क्या, how is this day going to unfold and how is it, uh, what is it, what new am I going to do? Of course, I have plans for the day, but एक बार भी ऐसा नहीं हुआ है बहुत टाइम में, बहुत सालों में that I am getting up and cribbing about that day. Oh God, why? Because I know my why has become clearer over time. And that is why, if you do not know your why are you doing whatever you are doing? You're working for somebody, or you're in a transition from work to your own business, or from student, you are getting into a professional world, wherever, in whatever stage you are, please understand your why. And your why can change in life. At different stages in life, your why can change because that why is going to drive you forward, right? So think about it. That's the first thing if you want to build your brand. Hi, Rohan. Thank you so much for joining in. Do keep writing in the chat box what you feel about whatever I'm sharing. And if you have something to contribute or any questions, please do share. I'd love to learn from you also, everybody. Thank you. Now, the second thing. So, I'm talking about the 5 elements that can help you build your brand. The first thing is to know your why, your purpose. लाइफ का पर्पस ढूंढना बहुत मुश्किल काम है. It comes with time, but knowing the purpose for that particular stage in life, whatever work you are doing, if you know that, it'll help you. Now, coming to the second point, has it ever happened that you've taken decisions in life and they might have turned out to be fine, but you were not really happy about it? Do you know why that happens? It happens because sometimes those decisions are taken ड्यू टू रीजंस which are not yours. कभी आप अपनी फैमिली को खुश करने के लिए लेते हो. Sometimes you take decisions to please your bosses, but they are going against your value systems. And the decisions which do not even go right, but you tried it and you're still happy about it, are the ones that you take based on your value systems. कोई बात नहीं, ट्राई तो किया ना मैंने, नहीं हुआ तो कोई बात नहीं, खुशी है इसमें. Because you worked according to your value systems. You were not compromising on certain things which were very close to you. And that is the second thing I'm going to ask you to know about yourself, your core values. Very important to know your core values. This is your operating system, guys. This is your operating system. If somebody changes your operating system, you all have gadgets. We are living in a fast world where technology is taking over. And when you do not put the right operating system into a particular gadget, it doesn't work properly. And that goes for each one of us. So, आपका operating system, आपके core values हैं. If one of my core values is honesty, and if somebody asks me to, do any kind of work with dishonesty or, you know, kind of lie to a particular client and make excuses, I can do it. Maybe I'll do it once or twice for the sake of it. But after that, it's going to start troubling me. Because I'm not doing my job, not just about saying, but I'm not even doing on the ground level, I'm not doing it properly. Because my core value does not align with what I've been asked to do. So please identify आपकी core values क्या है, आप किस चीज पर काम कर रहे हो, how is it that you're moving forward. So what is your core values, guys? What are your core values? It doesn't have to be just those big words of honesty and trust and hard work and all. It can be anything. It can be openness, fairness. There is a whole list of core values, but find out वो कौन से value systems हैं which you hold very close to your heart, and you would not like to compromise on those value systems. For me, belongingness to my work, or not just work, anywhere, I need to belong to that particular a relation, a place, work, space. I need to belong there. If I don't, I see myself suffocated. And I've noticed when I look back in time, I'm able to connect the dots and I'm able to see how it affects me. For me, one of my strong value systems is that of consistency, right? Being showing up, consistency. That is something that's very, very strong for me. For me, I do not give up easily. So, values are not going to be, when you find out about your values, please do not go into the negative side of it. We all have our negatives, but those are not the values, okay? So, talk about the values that hold your character together. So, if you know your value systems, quickly write in the chat box. I would want to know, what is it for you? What is it? What are those value systems for you in your personal, professional life? What do you hold really close to your heart? Know at least five values for yourself. You should know five values for yourself. If you want to start building your brand, किसके बारे में बात करोगे, क्या करोगे? अगर मेरे अंदर वो पंक्चुअलिटी नहीं है, ऑनेस्टी नहीं है, इंटेग्रिटी नहीं है अपने काम की तरफ, तो मैं कंसिस्टेंट कैसे रहूंगी? I cannot be. So there are, it's a culmination of so many things together, right? So what is it for you guys? Come on, let's hear it. Can be creativity, innovation, uh, respect, responsibility, discipline, um, resourcefulness. What is it for you? Any idea? Do you know what is it for you? Cool. So keep thinking. I'm going to the next one. So we've spoken about your purpose. We've spoken about your value systems. Now let's know about something that each one of us can learn in this world easily. This is not something we are born with. We are born with nothing, actually. We build up as we grow. So I want to know something you and I can actually build as we move forward in life. Your skills and your strengths. You can build up on these. Your hard skills, soft skills, everything counts here. What is it that makes you who you are? Your skills and strengths. What are you studying? Somebody might be very good in might be in technology, as in somebody might know a lot about SEOs, Google Analytics. Somebody might know a lot about mechanics. Somebody might know a lot about coding, very strong skills in coding. So these are hard skills, right? And then come soft skills, which are being spoken about majorly today in today's world. Soft skills, without which hard skills become a waste. How motivated are you? Do you know how to manage time well? Are you a quick thinker? Rishi, you said you're a problem solver, problem solving skills, delegation. What are your soft skills? Negotiator. I give that example at the start. Are you a good negotiator? Are you a good influencer? Persuasion skills. What is it that you have? So know your skills and strengths. Why should somebody actually hire you if you are at work? Or why should your friends need you? Or why, what are you contributing to a friendship? Are you there just for fun's sake, which of course we need to be, but notice, do your friends come back to you for a particular reason? क्या आपके दोस्त जब प्रॉब्लम में होते हैं तो आपके पास आते हैं किसी स्पेसिफिक चीज के लिए? वो कौन सी चीज है? Sometimes we don't look at ourselves very critically because we want to be something else. We don't realize who we actually are. So if you've not thought about it, you might be trying to be a good influencer, but you might be missing out on your already the strengths that you already have. So notice कि लोग आपको क्या दिखाना चाह रहे हैं, what people know about you and what do they come back to you for, right? So I want you to think about it, your hard skills as well as your soft skills. What is it that's very unique to you? So do write in the chat box. I would love to know what is it that's very, very unique to you. You don't have to be the only one in this world with that, but yes, you are known for that. You know, लोगों को पता है कि अगर वो आपके पास आए, उनका ये काम definitely पूरा हो जाएगा. Are you trustworthy? Right? So what is it for you? Do right, do think. Right तो आप करना, पर सोचना उससे पहले आपके लिए क्या है वो specific चीज, right? Guys, I hope I'm making some sense what I'm talking about. Because all of this together is going to make your brand. सिर्फ एक चीज से काम नहीं होगा. आप स्किल्स बना सकते हो, स्किल्स डेवलप कर सकते हो, लेकिन अगर कोर वैल्यूज उसके साथ अलाइन नहीं होंगी तो it's all over the place, right? So think about everything together when you're building a brand. So we've spoken about three things. We've spoken about purpose, we've spoken about skills and core values. I want you to think about them very carefully. Now comes the fourth one. Each one of us, since our childhood, has been participating in different activities. School में races में participate कर रहे हैं, debates में participate कर रहे हैं, into school competitions. In college we did so much, and then we got into the professional world. We all have our recommendation letters and any certifications that we have done. This is all so important. Why do you think we were collecting that? And we all might have that one file at home which we open and we can see all that we've done through our life. These are credentials which talk highly about who we are. Proof hai ye, right? These credentials are proofs that yes, you are what you talk about. So the next thing that can help you build your brand is your credentials, certifications that you have done. You have done any kind of recommendations that you've got. On LinkedIn, we have, this whole concept of recommending somebody or writing, recommendations are there. You can endorsements are there for skills. What is all that? These are credentials, right? So, what are the awards and the accolades that you have? Today, we see everybody sharing on social media. Why do you think people are doing that? People are doing it, client testimonials. I do that a lot. Why? Because that's showing that the kind of work I'm doing, whatever work I'm doing, I'm sharing with everybody. It's not about showing off people, it is about sharing what you're doing. You and I are sitting in different parts of the world. How will you know Nidhi exists? Social media is so powerful today, so use it to share what you're doing, right? Be truthful again here. This is something I totally believe in. I know there are lot many people who are not, but if you are actually doing something, be truthful about it and share. Just share that much. You don't have to go overboard because this, your degrees, the certifications that you've collected over the years, anything that you've done which you wish to share, go ahead, do that because that is going to build your brand. And that talks a lot about you as a person, your character as a professional or personal and a personal level. Right? So जाइए सोचिए आपने क्या क्या किया है and what it is. And I'm not going to lie. I actually have done a lot of work over the last 22 years, but I never collected a lot of testimonials or recommendations. Kabhi liya hi nahi because I never understood the importance of it until a couple of years back. And that's when I realized what am I doing when I transitioned from one profession to another? That's when I realized that what I missed. And today I still have that vacuum, or that blank space where I'm not able to provide because I never took at that point in time. And I lost track of those people to actually get hold of what I've done. But yeah, better late than never. I understood well in time. And yeah, I think I'm doing a decent job. Can do a lot better, but I'm still building my brand, and I've built it to a very respectable position where I am proud of how I'm moving. But definitely do that. Please go ahead and show the world what you're doing, because that's the only way to move forward in any direction, what you want for yourself, right? अभी आते हैं सबसे fifth last पे. Many people forget this one. This is really important, guys. Really, really important. What is it that the world sees? How will brand बना के क्या करोगे अगर दुनिया ने नहीं देखा तो, है ना? So what is it that the world sees in in today's world where social media is so powerful? You have a voice, you have an account. That's the reason you're watching me today. And what kind of interactions are you having through that, your presence on social media? What are those tangible elements that make you? आप बातें तो बड़ी-बड़ी करते हो, लेकिन सोशल मीडिया पे तो आपकी टोन ही अलग है, right? What is your tone during your interactions? What kind of messages, um, or what kind of posts do you engage with? How do you react with? How do you dress up? What is your attire like? Is there any style statement to it? Anything that's very specific for you? All these elements, the world is watching, right? Anything that calls out for you to be a brand. हम लोग logos की बात करते हैं. We know logos of Mercedes, we know logos of Nestle, and all these big brands that we talk about, right? But what is it that's very specific for you? Like freelancers like me, do I have a logo? If I'm building myself as a brand, if I'm building myself as an organization, do I have a brand that people can, yes, they can stand out? So you have to start working on it, because all of this will not happen overnight. This takes a lot of time. It's a game of patience, but consistency also, and perseverance. So please start building your tone. Do you have a social network? Do you have a website? Do you have something that really stands out for you? How do you show up? How do you speak? How do people remember you? What is that memory hook for people to remember you? Any personality trait for you? These are those tangible elements that talk a lot about you. So think, what is it for you? When you walk into that room, or what is it what happens? आई वॉन्ट यू टू रिकॉल, आप सोचिए कभी आपके साथ ऐसा हुआ है, आप किसी रूम में हो एंड यू आर टॉकिंग विद पीपल, यू आर इन अ मीटिंग और वॉट एवर इट इज, पर्सनल और प्रोफेशनल, एंड देन सडनली वन पर्सन वॉक्स इन and the energy of the whole room changes. That is the tangible element that person is carrying. That is that person's brand. There's a memory hook to it. That person's quirkiness. That person's personality. So, what is your tone? What is your energy? What is your aura? What do you bring with yourself? Along with your values, along with your skills. वो क्या चीज है जो आपने लोगों को याद रखने पे मजबूर करती है कि हाँ आप हो, right? So 5 things that can help you to build your brand. Never too late. If you haven't started, please start. Your purpose, your values, your skills, your credentials, and your tangible elements. So एक छोटी से छोटी चीज पे ध्यान दीजिए. The world is watching, guys. There are CCTVs everywhere. We all are being watched. Okay? But आप क्या चाहते हो कि दुनिया आपको कैसे देखे? Right? So these 5 elements start today. Again, I'm going to give you a reality check. It is not an overnight journey. It takes time. वक्त लगेगा. सो स्टार्ट कर दीजिए ताकि आज से कुछ सालों बाद आपका एक ब्रांड बन जाए। कंसिस्टेंटली उस पे काम करिए, दैट्स वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू डू द सेम कंसिस्टेंटली। जब आप वही रिजल्ट्स दोगे, यू शो अप एवरी टाइम विद द सेम रिजल्ट्स, बिलीव यू मी, you are building that brand. It doesn't have to be somebody um, extremely famous. You can be known for who you are, just for who you are and who you are, what your strengths are, right? So that's what I wanted to share about how to build a brand. And this is one topic I'm constantly discussing with the young professionals who are just entering uh, into that threshold of entering the professional world or just join the professional world, because this is the right time. I wish somebody had told me when I had started working. It, life would have, my journey would have become a little shorter and easier, but I'm happy even when I learned. And that's what I'm trying to contribute through these short lives, which can help any one of you. Thank you so much for hearing me out. I hope I was able to add some value to the time that you have spent with me today on a Sunday morning, India morning. So if you're joining from other parts of the world, I do not know what's the time there, but thank you so much for your time. And I really appreciate you joining me on this live. If you have any questions for me, you can connect with me directly on my direct messaging. And yes, build your brand, do write a message, do write in the comments if this really, really helped you. And what's your brand? Have a good day, guys. Take good care of yourself. I'm going to see you possibly next Sunday. I might not see you at 11:30 because Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm in an upskilling program. I would be a student for those 3 days, and it's a full day, full 3 days programs. But might go live next Sunday evening. Yeah, I think next Sunday evening I should go live. So I might finish by 6:30 India time. After that, I'll go live. So sorry about that in advance, because I know I'm tied up there, and my learning and my upskilling is equally important. So thank you very much. Thank you for your time. I'm going to see you next week for sure. Time I will definitely update very, very soon when I show up. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye. See you, everybody. Take good care of yourself.